Now, if you are a D.C. taxpayer, you definitely want to hear this right here. As you know, D.C. is involved in a tax battle with Congress, and that might delay your filing, or you might have to refile altogether.
Here's what happened. Congress overturned parts of the D.C. tax code yesterday, but the D.C. Council says Congress missed this deadline to repeal that law. And Rafael Sanchez Cruz is tracking this major headache in the middle of tax season.
There's so much confusion. Look, there's a D.C. tax code approved by the D.C. Council last year and the tax code in the One Big Beautiful bill. D.C. officials tell me that more than 42,000 D.C. residents and 600 businesses have already filed using the D.C. tax code. Now, if Congress forces a district to adopt the changes in the One Big Beautiful bill, then those people would have to refile. And if you haven't filed your taxes yet, your federal taxes would be due on April 15th and your D.C. taxes months later.
It's just a mess. It didn't have to happen.
That's D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson's take on yesterday's Senate vote to repeal parts of the D.C. tax code that would have freed up more than $600 million in revenue for the city.
What the Congress did was, by its own terms, too late.
Mendelson says Congress missed the deadline to repeal the D.C. law by 12 hours. Today, D.C.'s Office of the Chief Financial Officer is proceeding business as usual with the tax code approved by the D.C. Council last year.
Lots of people are currently up in the air. They don't know, do I have to file? Do I not have to file?
Although D.C. tax season is open and running, economic experts like Michael Linton say it's best to see how things play out.
It probably makes sense to wait a little bit. But if you can't and you want to file now, file now. It'll be the government's job, both DC and federal, to tell us how to adjust.
This tax battle could lead to a legal fight between DC and Congress. But district officials, including Mayor Muriel Bowser and Attorney General Brian Schwab, haven't decided just yet what the next step is.
It's as if the district has a target on its back. And when you look at it that way, the decision of what our next step is becomes more complicated.
Look, I've spoken to sources across D.C. government, and this is a situation they say we are in. D.C. could sue Congress, arguing that they missed the deadline included in the Home Rule Act. But it's not a for sure win. It was only 12 hours, meaning a judge could side with Congress. There's concern that that decision could then be used as legal precedent in other legal cases involving home rule. A legal battle could also reignite tension between D.C. Republicans on Capitol Hill and the White House. Regardless of what happens, federal taxes are due on April 15th. In the district, Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.